Hi Taurus, here is a general look at your solar chart for August 2015. There's some really nice energies swirling in and around the home patch, or perhaps it's not home, but wherever you're based, whether that's temporarily or long term. And the potential is there. There's a lot of attention because the sun is in that area, so that puts your location, maybe property matters, maybe things to do in and around the home, or if you're not at home, somewhere, you know, where you probably quite like to be, or which is a very sort of sociable environment for you. And this energy, even though it is a friendly, generous kind of an energy, it's also the energy which has you looking inwards more, feeling more self-reflective, more introspective, pondering on things, feeling things more deeply. So this is a good time to listen to that inner voice, to listen to the instincts. Until the 8th, the mental focus could be revolving around family or the past. Maybe you've been harking back to the past. That's been going on since July. Thoughts could be, and discussions could be more with neighbors, with people within your community, whether that is your long-term or temporary community, also upon property matters, upon your space, inside or outside, and what you're doing with it, and just sharing with others along those sorts of lines. Correspondence and discussions could be about property as well, but you could also be feeling, you know, looking back to the past and feeling a little bit nostalgic. So it does tend to be a mentally busy time in and around your base of operations, wherever that is, and it possibly could be on the move more as well. And then from the 8th to the 28th, Mercury moves into a more fun area, a more outgoing area, where you will tend to get opportunities to do things which are pleasurable, entertaining, or if it's not like that, maybe they're things which you get a lot out of. And it's quite a competitive area. Some of you may be beating the drum on something, but also there's likely to be increased communications with or about young ones in your life, also pets, and also romantic partners as well, or just, shall we say, partners, but it can be a more romantic time. Also, you could be more yourself romantically expressive, and somebody will probably be wanting to hear that at this time. And then just at the end of the month, Mercury moves out of there and focuses your mind more on the practical side of life, and maintenance and repairs and health matters and that kind of thing. Although there will be other emphasis on that area coming from the sun. The sun is going to be moving in there on the 23rd. We also have, of course, your ruling planet in a very, very long transit at the base of your chart, meaning a beautiful energy of harmony coming in there, which gives you the opportunity to perhaps harmonize things in your environment, embellish your environment, make it more to your liking, or it can be that you get into more access into an environment you prefer, or with someone you prefer, or people you prefer. It could be a place on the map, or it could be that you are more the visitor, or you get more visitors coming to see you, those sorts of things. But where the family is concerned, it really does harmonize relationships with family members, and you can feel closer to others. So if you have been at odds with others, maybe it's family, maybe it's just members of your sort of special group or tribe, if you have been in a conflict, then this long transit of Venus, is going to be there until October, will really help iron out any problems there. Now, until the 9th, Mercury is in a transit of your solar communications sector, so that means you won't be backwards and coming forwards with your opinions on things, but also you could have a lot on your mind. Mental processes are likely to accelerate as well. Under the umbrella of the 3rd house, which is where Mars is going to be until the 9th, and if you're listening to this in July, it will be there then. We have educational pursuits, speaking, writing, so developing yourself through those sorts of things, but also through other mediums of self-expression. And you could be on the move more. And this is a good time to float a new concept, to pick up the phone and ring that person, or send that email, or just sort of, if you want to clear the air, it's a good time to do it with the position of Venus. However, Mars can come across as too strident and a bit bossy. So be careful about that coming through you with the Mars energy, but also that Mars energy might be coming at you from someone else who you consider to be a bit over the top with the way they're communicating with you, and you don't like it, and it can put your back up, because Mars can come across as very, very assertive, even aggressive, but so that might be coming through you or to you. And in general, though, it can be productive where correspondence is concerned, paperwork, education, as I've already said, you expressing yourself through any of the arts. Overall, you should start to feel more confident about how you're coming across, and also making certain decisions, getting clarity on something, or defining certain objectives in your life more clearly. And you can be proactive and successful within media, promotions, negotiations, or just speaking up for yourself in a more assertive kind of way, but not aggressive, hopefully. And then from the 9th, Mars goes into the same position as the Sun at the root of your chart, meaning that you could be busier in and around HQ, or because of property or another location. And you could be feeling that there's lots more hustle and bustle going on around you as well. But as I say, you can be feeling touchier. Skeletons could be rattling in the closet. You could be feeling a bit nostalgic, because this is the area to do with the past, you see, and also our emotions. And also parents and parenting as well. So there could be that kind of thing could be more emphasized in your life. And then from the 23rd, the Sun moves into this brighter, more spontaneous, less self-conscious area, less introspective area, and moves into there. So that could manifest as more opportunities to be in environments with scope for play and enjoyment, more emphasis on, for some of you, the children or the young ones in your life, the pets, but also partners, romantic partners, friends that you can have fun with. I call this the house of fun, because whatever really turns you on, whatever you really do get a lot out of, then you are likely to get more access or more opportunity coming your way to get access to those sorts of things, with the Sun lighting up that area from the 23rd. And now Saturn's return to your opposite sign. That will be until September. And you Taurians born the 18th, really the 18th onwards, or with from 27 degrees rising, you're going to feel the energy of the Saturn the most in your opposite sign, meaning that you come up against more resistance in close relationships, whether those are working ones or personal ones. You carry a heavier load, maybe because of a close relationship, a temporary one or a long-term one. You feel more responsibility because of a close alliance. You feel limited. You feel there's a lack. These are some of the many ways that Saturn can be operating in your opposite sign, as Taurus, in your opposite sign, Scorpio, for you Taurians. But also, on the other hand, it gets you to know yourself better and what your needs are and what your limitations are, and just who you do want in your life and why, and who you don't. And the other thing is about it is that because it's quite a serious planetary influence, you want to get more serious about the way you interact You have to be more serious sometimes. You know, sometimes there's no choice, but sometimes you can opt to work in a more in-depth way on a one-to-one basis with somebody, maybe. You know, getting sort of under the skin of what makes them tick, that kind of thing, or whatever it's about. You just have to take on more of a load there. And like I say as well, another way it can work is that you don't feel as though there is that special person for you. And so you get that side of Saturn which is about the lack, the limitation, the blocking. But then this is your stage in life to get to know yourself better and what your needs are, and then perhaps work with the law of attraction to just manifest that better relationship for yourself at this stage in your life. But it can make or break relationships, this long transit of Saturn there, which is due to end in September, so not long to go now. And give thanks and move on if it's a breaking one. And yes, it can mean that a decision has to be made. And anything decided under a Saturn transit, which is a strong one, which has been for you Taurians, will actually set a precedent for the future. Now, you have Jupiter coming from the 11th into an extremely positive angle to your sun sign, having said all that. And that will be for about a year. So until the 11th, Jupiter just finishing off this transit through your home area, meaning that you're feeling, you're getting the balance back to do with the harmony within maybe, and also with the family. So that's been going on for a year, or with certain members of the family maybe, as well as you can. And it has been offering opportunities to do that. And also, if you've been feeling cramped, then it's been offering opportunities for you to get away, you know, and be in an environment that you prefer, or for some of you, relocating altogether. From the 11th, Jupiter, planet of potential abundance and expansion, will begin to very positively influence your sun sign. And this is a time when you will begin to feel more appreciated for yourself, for your skills, for your knowledge, for your beauty, for your love, for whatever it is. And you'll be feeling lighter. You generally tend to, it's an energy which will be an energy which will tend to make you feel more confident and creative and a little bit lighter within yourself. And there could be more opportunities for you to be competitive, for you to be appreciative, for you to take a gamble, for you to take a chance on love, and be more entrepreneurial as well. So there's a lot that you can play with that particular transit, and it particularly emphasizes children, young people, children in your life, animals, leisure or entertainment activities. And you early degree Taurians or Taurus rising, or those born from the 18th of May onwards, or from 27 degrees rising, you're going to feel this energy the most at this time during this forecast period. I just want to say about Jupiter, for all of the signs, this applies to all of the signs, but we've got Jupiter sort of causing a friction with Saturn. And that's until just after mid-month. That's been going on since late July. And this is the time for you to actually get serious and practical about how to organize those high ideals, those dreams, those aspirations, and also having a rethink about where you stand on something. Opinions of others, advice coming from others can be confusing, or it can not be like that. It might be the rules and regulations of authority figures that make you feel stuck. The challenge will be to choose just where to expand and where to cut back. And you don't have to rush, because this can be done in a gradual, step-by-step sort of a way. It is overall an aspect of growth and expansion, but overcoming hurdles along the way. So if you're going to put out that much energy, make sure you're going in the direction that you see as the one that feels right for you rather than what you are advised, although the advice might be the same as what you feel. And it is possible that the actions that you take now will have a long-term effect, or rather will affect the future anyway. But this is an aspect which means that you can have a wider range of options as long as you stick at something and you keep plugging away at something, or you have more possibilities coming your way, but you need to stick at it and be persevering. Yeah, and I think the second half of the month is going to be easier possibly than the first half of the month. And that's it for August. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those, and also you can read this material. It's written up on my website, DianaGarland.com, and I'll see you the next time.